So another incident. It was me, my two aunts and a cousin. One of my cousins said, "Hey, you guys want to go eat tacos?" It was probably late at night because I could tell we took care of ourselves. We had parents, but it's like we didn't have parents. I don't understand that. Sometimes, up to this day, I still don't understand. How can you have children and not take care of your kids? I'm so overbearing. I'm so protective over my kids and my granddaughters. It just mind blows me. Looking back at everything, it hurts. It hurts me. Now, how could you let a little girl just take care of herself? I don't get it. Anyway, so it was late at night, and my aunt, not my aunt, my cousin, she was like, "Hey, you guys want to go have some tacos? I have some friends that are gonna treat me to tacos. They say they'll treat you guys too." And us as little girls, like, heck yeah, man, we want tacos, and stuff like that. And so we went to this one place in Parda that's called the Tijuaneros, which was a camp for people that came from Tijuana to work. And it's like a project, like apartments or something. And we would always hang out there with a lot of friends. We had a lot of friends when they would come in season. They would go back to Tijuana, and they would come when there was field work. And we had a lot of friends there, so they picked us up there. My cousin goes, okay, my aunt, my other cousin, we all got in a van. It was a van. So we all went, and they were two grown men, one tall, skinny one, and one big, chubby. I mean, this guy was huge. I'm not being mean. I'm just describing how I remember. And I was, at the time, I believe I was 11. I was 11 or 10 and a half, something like that. And we had our tacos, and we ate. We're all happy because we had tacos, and we thanked them. And then they went to drop us off back to the Tijuaneros, the TJ project. And it was dark. It was probably maybe like 9:30, 10 at night. And we had a long way to walk because it was maybe a mile and a half to walk in the dark. But we were used to it. Like I told you, we took care of ourselves, which is unbelievable, but yeah. And my aunt got off and my cousins got off. I don't remember how many were. I think there was 4 of us or 5 of us and a friend. And everyone got off, and I was the last one in the van. And this big fat guy, he had this big thick chain. He went like this, and he pulled me in the van. He pulled me in the van, and he was like, "You ain't going anywhere." He had broken English. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get killed, That's the first thing that came to my mind. And the skinny guy was driving away. And he grabbed and he tightened the chain real tight right here, like on my area, because he had grabbed me from here. It was under my arms, and he was squeezing it, and he pulled me in the van because I was about to get off. And he pulled me, and he said, "You're gonna be mine. You're gonna be ours. We're gonna do to you things you'll never forget." And I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna rape me. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna throw me in the fields. They're gonna kill me, because we were surrounded by fields in the parlier. And I remember, I'm not gonna lie, when he had that chain around me and the car was going, it started going faster. I said, if I don't get loose from these chains, I'm dead. They're gonna rape me. They're gonna do everything they can to me. And someone's gonna find my body. I'm gonna be dead. And I was screaming and screaming. And I remember saying, God, help me. God, Jesus, help me. I remember I told Jesus, help me, Jesus. Because I remember going to church as a little girl and saying Jesus was our helper in time of need. And I don't know how, because this guy was huge. I mean, he was really big. He was fat, and he was tall, and he was just big. Some Mexican guy. I didn't even know them. We were my cousin's friends. And I don't know how, I shouldn't say I don't know how, but I know it was the Lord and his angels. I got loose. And I'm not going to lie. That car was going so fast. I said, I don't care if I die, jumping out of this car, I'd rather do that than these men rape me and kill me. And I remember I got loose from that guy with that big old fat chain that he had wrapped around me. Somehow, some way I got loose, and I threw myself out of that running van, and I rolled and I rolled and I run. I had scrapes all right here on my arms, my face, like kind of like right here, and then but mostly it was in my arms because I had pants, but I had a shirt. I got up so fast. I didn't even feel the pain at the time. I ran and I ran and I ran to my cousin and my aunt, and I was crying and crying, and they just hugged me, and we walked home, and we never talked about it again. We never told anybody. We never said anything. I didn't tell anybody, but they knew. It was the most scariest experience I had ever experienced, as far as being kidnapped, raped, and killed, almost, because that's what they said they were going to do to me. They say kill me, but I knew that they would. But he told me that he was going to do things that I would never forget, and that I was going to be theirs. I never, ever got in a car like that ever again. That was an experience that I will never forget in my entire life. I still feel anxious about it. I still feel traumatized about it. It really, that's why I'm so like overprotective, like of myself and my surroundings. You know, people say, hey, you have always anxiety. I have anxiety because of the things that I've experienced. I get panic attacks still up to this day. Some are better than others, but because of the things that I've been through.